Alrighty, so it has been a really long weekend. I'm sorry in advance if you can hear my husband watching Saw 4. Can't do anything about it because if I close my bedroom door, my animals are gonna freak the F out. So, um, yeah, so let's just get started. So for this week 11 weekly, you wanted us to show what we did, learned, and applied rather than just telling you. So I am going to show you what I did for my project. We couldn't really hone it in. Well, I wasn't really getting the communication, the effort that I needed to efficiently do my part in this project. I did a lot along with Amanda, and for the most part, I was the person who did slide 6. Not even for the most part, I was wholeheartedly the only person doing slide 6 through slide 12. And I really wish I could have gone more into just like what Doppler sonography is and how it works and how it uses sound. I kind of like highlighted these points, like the Doppler uses sound, but the venous duplex uses imagery instead of sound, so it visualizes the vascular pattern. And then this Doppler kind of just, I tried to explain that the Doppler shift indicates movement away from the transducer, and it's just like determines blood flow. I did my best. I'm sorry, it could have been better. I know that it could have been better. When we were watching it in class, I was stressing about it. But because there was no one else really aside from Amanda, but she was in a completely different group because we were split into groups of 3 within our 6-person group. She was the head of the other group. There was no one who was, I just felt like I needed to kind of like give you a broad perspective of ultrasound and what it was, because no one was really, no one was really helping, I guess. And so we didn't really get to break up these different points and these different things and really get down into the nitty gritty of what these things are. So I included this picture and these transducers and the depth that the sound beam goes in, or the depth of the tissue that the sound wave can go through. And yeah, so that's what I did for this project. Did a lot of other things too, but this is just mainly what I focused on Monday night. Into Tuesday morning actually, because my group, we did not complete, like my group of 3, we did not complete everything until like 7 a.m. because that's when people woke up or just decided to like hop on here and do it. With that being said though, in order for me to learn about all of this stuff, I had to use YouTube. So this is my YouTube history. I spent a pretty significant amount of time just learning how ultrasound works and just diving into some crash courses on all of this stuff. So it was pretty fun. I feel like I learned a lot about it, to be honest. Just the whole physics behind it, and it's useful to my future because I plan on working in a women's health clinic, so I'm not necessarily doing the diagnostic part of things, but I want to be able to use the right frequency and the right transducer to look at fetuses and not necessarily diagnose what's going on with them, even though I'm gonna have to do that, but just to visualize them in general. So hold on. I have this all lined up. So yeah, so I just learned that you have to keep the acoustic output levels as low as reasonably achievable, but the ultrasonograph doesn't use radiation. So that is good to know. I'm not going to be harming these mothers, these babies, these unborn children, and just learning about the sound waves and the just the depth of it all. Great. Loved it so much. So I also did a whole bunch of pack and answered a few questions, but I'm not really gonna like show you that, honestly, because there's other things that I can talk about. So earlier today I went into your syllabus and kind of looked over what our next project is going to be about. So the physical, electrical, and magnetic properties of matter and the atomic and nuclear processes. So this, honestly, big question mark for me, because we didn't really get to go into it that much on Thursday. So we did get to talk about like what interests us on backpack. Oh my gosh. And to me, the PET scan and how that works, the magnetic properties of the PET scan is fascinating to me. But I obviously had to search what a PET scan is and how it works. And this entire website kind of explains how it works. And that's a scanning device, and it detects photons, which are subatomic particles emitted by a radionuclide in the organ. So in order to understand that, I needed to know what the subatomic particle is, because I have girl brain, not even girl brain, I shouldn't undermine girls like that, but I am just not very smart. So I needed to search what this was, and I found out that it is a particle that is smaller than an atom, and subatomic particles are particles that are smaller than the atom. So protons, neutrons, and electrons, which are found in an atom, all right, so the things that make up an atom, right, which is from my understanding, what that means. I went to school 8 years ago. It's been 8 years since I graduated, so these are things that I just don't remember. And then I had to look up what a radionuclide is, and it all makes sense that a PET scan is looking into the subatomic atoms that create a radionuclide. Is that what it says? Hold on, let's see. Nope, not the right side. No, that are within a radionuclide, and a radionuclide is basically like a cancer cell or something that gives off an excessive nuclear energy, making it unstable. So that is how my brain compartmentalized what the heck this third project is going to be about. So fun, great, cool, perfect. And yeah, so basically what I learned about ultrasound is going to be super helpful for me in the future me, because of me wanting to work in the medical or the women's health clinic, taking that route. And just learning about the depths of the sound waves in the tissues, and about what a subatomic particle is, and about what a radionuclide is, really helped me understand what this part 3 assignment is going to be. I'm not really sure if it's going to be both of these combined, but this is going to be interesting. Hopefully we can dive more into like that topic on Tuesday. And then I also took the crash courses, which are always going to be in my YouTube history if I want to look back over them again. And how I'm trying to think of what the normal weekly says. So that's what I did, what I learned, and how I'm going to apply it. I think that's everything. All right. Bye. Let's see how. Hopefully I can stop this.